From truth, we come into the truth, we go. From the immutable, we come into the immutable, we go. And in between, there is the game of time. Between timelessness and timelessness flows the stream of time. It's a very peculiar stream. It arises from timelessness and ends in timelessness. Comes from, you could say, nowhere, ends into nowhere, and in between there is so much commotion. Between no happening and no happening, everything happens. Somebody once asked a wise man, where do we come from? What do we disappear into? They were talking in the night. There was a lamp by their side. The wise man just put off the lamp. Having put out the lamp, he asked, "Where is the flame now? Where is the flame now?" That's how we come, that's how we go. Hitting it. The flame was just an appearance. The appearance is no more. The substance of the flame existed before the flame and exists after the flame. The flame has been blown out. The substance exists, and from that substance, a million more flames would again arise. And irrespective of how many flames arise from the substance, no flame is going to be everlasting. It is the nature of flames to be put out. It is the nature of the substance to keep generating flames. I'm getting it. The flame is not really a thing. It is a manifestation of something that was always there. Therefore, this world is not really a thing, it is just a manifestation. Something that is not in the world, but is at the foundation of the world, manifests the world. And the world, like all things manifested, does not stay manifested forever. You could say we are talking of material things, or you could say we are talking of the consciousness that perceives all material things. You could say we are talking about the origin of the universe and things in the universe, or you could say we are talking of the origin of the mind. Getting it. That which presents itself again and again if you will observe is just various forms of a central principle. We talk of Prakriti and Satrajitam. We see how everything that is present, manifested, ultimately just boils down to either a few subatomic particles or forces, or classically tendencies. So all of it that is manifested is limited to a certain set. Circumscribed by a prakritic boundary. Within which all coming and going, rising and falling is constantly happening. Then why must we talk of Brahma? Brahma is at most a conjecture when it comes to the intellect. But when it comes to the yearning of the ego, then Brahma is the only reality. Why? Because the boundaries do not offer you rest and relaxation. Your consciousness is always hitting against those boundaries. Nothing within those boundaries really suffices. So to your finality, to your origin and to your dissolution, you give a name that's outside the boundary. That name is truth or Brahma. Yes.
You had mentioned that you have to set yourself a hopeless target. What does that imply?
It has to be something that you cannot hope to attain remaining what you are. If I have to put it roughly and therefore numerically, it will be like this. In your own estimation, in your own self assessment, if you amount to 100 units of something, that's your utter and upper limit. Then your target has to be 500. So, is Brahm available to be expressed as a high number, as something in the range of 500? No. The number 500 even roughly applies to Brahm only in the sense that you take yourself to be 100. And remaining 100 you cannot hope to touch 500. It's just too far away. Remaining 100, maybe if you stretch yourself a little, you can do 104, 106. Alright, 115, not 500. In that sense, you have to be hopeless, not about Brahma, but about yourself. That if I stay 100, there is no hope of Brahma attainment. Therefore, if there has to be any hope, I must be 500. At 100, you must know that for you to have any hope of Brahma attainment, you must move from 100 to, the moment you reach 500, Brahma must become 2500. Now again you must be rendered hopeless. Remaining who I am, 500, there is no hope of even touching Brahma, who sits pretty at 2500. Alright, so you decide to extend yourself a lot more. Now you are 2500, feeling like a champion. And you discover that Brahma is sitting at 10,000. That's Brahma. As long as you can be measured in a number, the immeasurable will remain distant. Or what's your only hope then? Brahm remains evasive to all numbers, and anything that's tangible, measurable, can be expressed in numbers. So how do you beat Brahm in his own game? See how smart we are. How do you do that? By doing what he does, or it does, or she does, whatever. Don't mind. So you attain Brahm only by being Brahm. If you are anything other than Brahm, Brahm will be very mischievously evasive. You are now 50,000 and Brahm is teasing you at 3 lakhs. Hi. Getting it? So you have to be hopeless about your present condition. You have to tell yourself, I have no authority, no privilege to hope while maintaining my current self. And if I am serious about Brahm, then I need not hope remaining as I am. Then I must hope to dissolve who I am. The ego operates differently. The ego says, I will remain as I am, but I'll hope that I'll attain bigness. Remaining as you are, bigness will at most be a dream. So, Brahm is a target that you can never attain being yourself. Therefore, Brahm is a target that dissolves the one setting the target. Brahm is a moving target. The game is not fair. What happens is, as you grow big, your appetite for Brahm grows bigger. Therefore, Brahm remains as elusive as it ever was. Are you getting it? When you were 2 years old, and you got 1 bar of chocolate, it didn't suffice. You wanted 2. But you got 2 bars only when you grew to 6. Now, as a 6-year-old, when you got 2 bars, that again didn't suffice. Now you want 4. But you got 4 bars only when you turned 10. And when you turned 10, 4 didn't suffice. Because now your appetite is increasing. So with Brahm attainment, Brahm appetite increases. The more you attain it, the more you want it. And you keep wanting it till you implode with Brahm. You drink so much of Brahm that there is an implosion within and you are finished off. That's how Brahm dissolves you. By getting into you, you fall in love with it, it charms you, inebriates you, and you drink just too much of it and it goes within and explodes and you are finished. The more you drink, the more you want to drink. The more is the attainment, the more is the appetite for attainment. Conversely, the less is the attainment, the less is the appetite for attainment. And now you know why most people in the world have no appetite for truth. They have no appetite for truth because they have no truth. Your appetite for truth is directly proportional to the truth you have. The more you have, the more you want. The less you have, the less you want. Which is quite inverted in a sense, no? Bizarre. In an ideal world, you would say, the more you have, the less you want, the less you have, the more you want. Here the case is totally different. So the saints want more and more. Why? Because they already have a lot. The common man hardly wants anything, anything to do with truth. Why? Because he anyway has no truth at all. Only truth can fire your appetite for more truth. Truth alone is its own appetizer. When you are being fed the truth, what do you have as appetizer? Nothing else but the truth. Give the fellow a little truth, and then he'll ask for the whole meal.